Hi, I'm Regina, and you are you. How is everybody this week? Oh, my stars. Here I am. I'm trying to be back on schedule. I'm only 3 minutes late this week, and life is good. Um, there's already people here and oh, my stars. I was going to try something this week. I'm just kind of excited to get going. I've got a new plan going on in my head. Hey, Gracie, how you doing? Me, not so sure about that. I'm pretty sure you're you. You're unique. And I love you. Love you, love you. Oh gosh. So, let's get on with it. I got to do a little work here first. So, where do we go here? This show is brought to you by Raise Rose Coffee. Um, I just got myself a cup of coffee. That was part of the reason why I was a couple minutes late. I haven't had enough coffee. Right now, this is a Vietnamese coffee. And, I never really considered Vietnam to be much of a coffee growing nation, particularly in the specialty coffees. I thought they were pretty much an all Robusta country. And I'll tell you what, I am learning some stuff here, and they make some good specialty coffees. This coffee, I've kicked it around for a while now. I bought 2 or 3 half bags and it's a darn good coffee. You know, it finishes well. The mouthfeel is not quite what I always like, but when you got some flavor to it, it's okay. If you're using it as a drip coffee, you're not going to notice that mouthfeel anyway. But it has some interesting notes. I'm in such a hurry here to get on with this show that I'm not really giving this coffee its due justice. So anyway, I want to get off of this page here and go back to my comments page so I can see what's going on there. I wanted to make sure you all knew to subscribe, and then click that notification bell and hit the like button. We need some likes. And I guess that's my responsibility to giving you something to like. But yeah, we got to do this. And let's see if we can get her done. I'm really glad that the holidays are over. I'm not a big holiday person. I got really busy this year with holidays, but I got sidetracked so much, missing shows. And then last Monday I had a doctor's appointment and just couldn't do a show. So I didn't even try, because the holiday shows, me trying to get back home in time to do something, I always ended up a couple, 2-3 hours late. And I had to be at the doctor's office usually about when I end. So that meant I had to leave home a half an hour or so before I begin. That is good coffee. That is good. I make coffee with an AeroPress. I don't know how everybody else makes coffee. I live alone. AeroPress makes 1 cup of coffee, and it is a delightful cup. It is one of the best ways of making coffee that I've ever had. And so I've been using one almost exclusively here at the house for 15 years, more or less. Anyway, we got most of business out of the way. Oh, I forgot to do this one thing. Hold on now. Hold on. There. How about that? Anyway, there you go. So I've done that. And oh, Gracie uses a funnel pour over. Cool. I like that. That works out well. Anyway, so what I was going to try today was I was going to try to bring on the LGBTQ Nation newsletter, and let's just go over some of that. Let me see if I can do this now. I got to share the screen. Boom. And we're going to do this. And there we go. Can y'all see that? But the problem therein lies. There. Let's see if that's kind of what I wanted to do, but I can't see the comments then. That doesn't work really well. I like this, but I need to be able to see the comments so we can talk about this stuff. Oh, hide chat. Yeah. Let's not show chat. Oh, I see what the deal is. Exit full screen. No, wait, I'm still trying. Remove from mute screen audio. Exit full screen. Ah, hey, Luzois. Good to see you. It's been a while. Oh, gosh. So kind of my plan here is, yeah, I need a 2-monitor setup. We can see. I see. That's why they said I would maybe need a 2-monitor setup. So I wonder, by next week I can have a second monitor up here. So I guess I'll do it back and forth kind of, and try to keep up with both of you talking to me. So I kind of wanted to see which was the right tab there. This guy is the one I kind of wanted to talk about. I haven't read this. So in Tennessee, state representatives say parents want their children raised with the values that were in existence at the time our country was founded. Wasn't that kind of goofy? The values at the time our country was founded. People came here because they weren't happy with living in England. And so why would they, want the same values here? Times have changed since 1642. I mean, they ruled with whips and there was, just despicable. Who in their right mind would think about stuff like that? I don't know. Is it me or Mike Johnson? Like the latest Bolso is a Christian nationalist. So with that, this guy is like one of these guys. And, if that's the case, we're in deep doo-doo, Hey, Sarah's here. Wahoo. We got a show going today, kids. I just don't know what to make of all this. I keep trying to talk about it. I just shake my head and wonder why are these people even in existence? I mean, they're not just attacking trans people, they're attacking everybody, that just doesn't see their way. And there's a handful of them in the whole nation, and they're vocal about stuff. And I guess that's what we need is be more vocal, but I don't know. What do y'all think? Well, I've missed talking to you, Sarah, this week. I know we haven't been able to connect at all. I got to figure out there. So, anyway, let's see what else we got. I'm bored with this one. Pope Francis calls for universal ban on the despicable practice of surrogacy. Pope Francis can take a hike. So I guess that this isn't going to work out because I've got such a negative attitude about all these dudes, But I guess we need to talk about this stuff to a certain extent. I mean, they're all against us. And how are we going to change the way the world thinks about LGBTQ plus people, conservative over cute and featuring lesbian couple? All I can say is fucking conservative Christians. Yeah, I guess I should have read this before I started doing this, because that just kind of upsets me, and I want this show to be more about fun and love and kindness, and bless their hearts. What do we do? How do we maintain any kind of level of kindness and love when you've got that kind of shit coming at you all the time? I don't know. So anyway, speak now, kids. Is anybody still here? Hello, testing. Oh my. So I don't know. It's hard. I know some people kind of watch this stuff closer than I do, and I don't know. Honestly, I used to watch or listen to a lot of right-wing talk radio because I believed then I knew what the enemy was doing. But it would get so irritating. And when I lived over in Northeast Oregon, I had 15 miles of drive home. I even lived in two places, and both were about the same amount of time to get back home, about a 20-minute drive. And I would start listening when I got into my truck. I would start listening to right-wing talk radio, and God, when I lived out in Union, I'd get about 5 miles from the house, and I'd be so pissed off I'd have to shut it off. And oh my stars. And finally I just kind of quit listening. I just went back to listening to music because it was just so much better. How is LaSwada today? I'm thinking I'm pronouncing that pretty close. Let me know if I'm it's so good to see you here. We've missed you. What was on the long enough timeline, Spacey or Gracie? I just saw your deal there, and I'm unclear. Obviously referring to something I just said, but I don't remember. My memory, I went to the doctor the other day, and, I guess I'm going to have issues for the rest of my life. However long that is, and they're not telling me that it's going to be shorter because of any of the issues, as long as I take care of myself. But what's bugging me here the last couple of weeks is let's put this up for all of us to see. It's just hard to have patience with the current group of politicians and world leaders who are more interested in social media interactions and engagement than being good people. Amen. Amen to that. And then you followed that up with, oh, we will win on a long enough timeline. Okay. Well, yeah. And it's like Marty says, it's so much better now than it was when she transitioned in what, the 70s? And you know, and I even see that it is just way better nowadays, and we have so much more than what we used to have. But this backlash that these leaders are creating, and I'll tell you what, if it just flat ass scares me, the way politics are these days. And I don't doubt that. I do not doubt what you just said there, that it will all seem backwards, because it'll keep getting better. Each generation, you know, is so much better than, like, say, the way it was when I was young. And you know, it's progressing quite rapidly now. And for that, I'm grateful. And what we need is for my generation to die off, and it would help, and to at least set the power aside, let the next generations take over the politics and whatnot. I am all for Joe Biden, Donald Trump, everybody in the House of Representatives to retire. I just want to start over, clean house, start over. We've had enough of you because they're not doing anything. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I was starting to talk about my memory. See, I almost forgot. And so yeah, it was somebody had told me about their birthday being the next day, and I'm very close to this person. So I talked to him that night for several hours, and then the next day I didn't talk to him at all. Not at all. Never said a word. Just let it go. You know, and then the day after I would go, oh my God, I forgot their birthday, and send a message about, oh, happy belated birthday. And sure enough, they were not happy with me. Oh, God. You know, and my memory is just going downhill. I got a jury summons, and it said, oh, you've got 10 days to get that. Or I thought it said you had X number of days to get this done. And I thought I'd passed that. I thought I had to have it done by last Wednesday. And then I was looking at it this morning, you know, because I remembered it on Friday afternoon or something, no time to get it done. And so I took care of it this morning. And you know, it said 10 days after you receive it. Well, I probably was 10 business days after I received it, because it's what, the 15th of the month, and I probably received it around the 1st of the month, because it's not for jury duty until February. So I'm well within the bounds, you know, I got lucky. But I had a deal with the state sales tax. You know, I had to do my sales tax for what, the third quarter of last year. And what do we got going here? Thanks to all new schedule. I miss you and Marty too. And I watch the reruns. I feel you on the obstacles. Can't give up. Hang in there, loves. Well, are you off and running? Um, Good to see you here. And I'm going to try doing this about this time every week. And what does Sarah? Me too. I'm looking after my scissors for a month now. I'm confused, Sarah. It was good here in the 80s. Well, Europe's so much more advanced than the United States, socially advanced. You all have, decent health care and lots of freedom and it's oh, I see. I see. Yeah. You forget like me. So you're looking for your scissors because you forgot where you put them. I get it. What kind of coffee are we drinking? Just kidding. It's Vietnam. Um, yeah. Yeah, I've got a oh my stars. I don't know what I gotta do. This is what we do. Um, well, Gracie, if you're donating those scissors to Sarah, I'll I will carry them out to Belgium for you. Wouldn't that be something? I pitched a documentary to a friend of mine, and she's got ties down in Hollywood and whatnot. I was like trying to do a documentary. We need funding for a documentary to send me around the world to with a camera crew, or the camera crew would need to be one person with a decent camera, and we would like stop in Ireland for Jessica Dean and then go to Belgium for Sarah. And I'm sure we can find other people and tie all of us together in a documentary. And that would be cool. I thought. I pitched it to this lady and she thought that would be cool. Yeah, that there might be a way of presenting it to where it would actually be interesting for others to see. Our little community that we've started just online here. So it's crazy. It's always good. Always good. Gosh, we're almost to the end of our time already. Holy moly. But I started a few minutes late, so I'll go a few minutes over. And because it just seems like we're getting started. But I have had people tell me that the shorter format is a little better. So what do you all think? Do you think the shorter format is better, or do you like the longer one? I kind of like the shorter one myself. It seems like it goes so fast. And I don't sit here and stammer and say and nearly as much as I would in a whole hour and a half or something like that. You know, I need to watch how many times I say and how often what's very long? when I'm doing an hour and a half, are you saying, yeah, that's really long? Sarah, you crack me up. You're giving me such a hard time here. But you're right. It is really, really long. I should at least have time to finish my coffee. So anyway, that's what I've been thinking. You know, some of the things that I think about, most of them will never come to pass, but it's still fun to think about them. I'm not getting any younger. And so if I can figure out some way of getting it funded to travel around the world, by gosh, I'm going to do it. You know, a bunch of old ladies, transgender old ladies meeting at various times, you know, at various stages in various places around the world for the first time would be way cool. And then maybe we can have for the grand finale of the documentary, everybody gets to gather in some central location and we have a big party, and we'd be filming that party. Let's set up a GoFundMe and start taking care of that and see if we can raise enough money for all the transportation, and then for the party and all the transportation for everybody to come to the party. That would be a hoot. That would be a hoot. So all the old bitches in the world. Oh, my stars, Sarah, you crack me up. You crack me up. Now, oh, gall. Oh, God, it's been really super cold here. I've hardly left the house now for like 3 days. I finally did walk the dog yesterday, but you know, the dog ended up being lame and we had to kind of curtail it because it was too cold on his feet. He got some salt in between his toes a couple of days ago. You know, after it snowed, we were out at the roastery and they had salted the walk, and he got that salt. Man, he was really limping. And then we walked down the middle of the road yesterday, and it all compact snow and ice. And then we got to the park finally to walk on the dike, and a damn dog like limping. And so we went just a little bit further and turned around and came back home. But totally unfair. Neither one of us are getting the exercise that we need. I don't know what's going to happen. It's clear up to, what would it be? It's about 10 degrees outside. So here, let me give that into real-time stuff today. It's minus 11 right now. So yeah, minus 11 Celsius and minus 10 roughly, or 10, positive 10. Wow, I did go to Canada, and that's what made me think that a documentary might work, because Marty and I had a ball. We just had a ball. You know, nobody looked at us twice up there. We did quite a bit of shopping and playing around in town and off in the woods, because there was an old growth forest. I love coastal old growth forests, and you know, you never see old growth here in the eastern part of Washington state. but on the west side, there are a few places left. Well, up in Canada, on the road out to Tofino, there was an old growth forest, and God, there was just a ton of people there. So that was around the 1st of October, I think, when I went up there, and it was really nice. Anymore, I don't even think about traveling trans, you know. I'm kind of watching, but it's not high on my priority list. I just go do stuff, and you know, I drove up there and I took 2 days. I did one night out both ways. I had car trouble, and that was, you know, that was where things got interesting. I had really just in the Tri-Cities, not very far from home, I ran into issues with my car, and I found the Toyota dealership and took my car in there, and they were so nice to me, and they got me back on the road in a couple hours at minimal cost, you know. And the service head person was trying to charge me more, and the mechanic dude that I'd talked to a little bit, he kept fighting to keep the costs down. And so I really appreciated those people, and I was treated very well. And so, but that kept me from being able to get as far as I wanted to. And so I spent the night in a college town, Ellensburg. You know, no big deal. I just got a room, went next door to the Wendy's, ate, got my burger, and went back to my room and ate. You know, that was all good. Traveled, border crossing was nothing. Ferry journey was nothing. And then once I got to Marty's, everything was great. And then we spent a lot of time walking on the beaches, and we were outside quite a bit. It was still pretty pleasant out. We made a video of us being born out of a tree, and you know, we just had a very good time. And so I'd like to go find out what it would be like all over the world. And yeah, Canada's pretty open-minded. I have met some other people up there, and so when I was leaving, I had lunch with a couple other people that had never met before either. I mean, I know all these people from online meetings and whatnot, and the other two knew each other through the meetings, but they had never met in person either. And so the three of us had a little meeting in this restaurant, and it was a piece of cake, you know. And then they helped me find my way to the ferry terminal, and you know, coming back was basically the same. I stayed in the same hotel. I drove most of the night, but then I got a room 11 o'clock or so, and hunkered down got some sleep. I was going to sleep in a rest area, but it was, once you cross the mountains back over to the east side, nights are cooler for sure. And I just could not get comfortable. There was too many cars in the rest area. That kind of spooked me. But so anyway, that's kind of a summation of the trip to Canada. Canada is a good place, but I guess in the central part, it is more conservative. Yeah, you had to carry your dog on the walk. Yeah, have you seen how big my dog is? I'm not carrying that guy. So, yeah. Yes, Gracie's 30 miles roughly from where I'm at. And the big city. She's in the big city of what, 30,000 people? And then another county over is a city of about 150, or it's actually 3 cities. Yeah, that was a fun video. Marty's version kind of cut a little bit of me out. I couldn't believe she did that. But yeah, we had a good time. And it was so it was so great meeting somebody that had become one of my best friends that I had never met before. And you know, what a feeling. What a feeling. It was just wonderful. Just wonderful. And anyway, so it's 1:10. I've been rambling on here for about 40 minutes now, and I made my half-hour show, but I don't want to make an hour show out of it. So that means that we need to wrap this up. I love doing these little short conversations with everybody. Give me some likes out there, and we'll see you next week. Like I say, I'm gonna try doing this now that the holidays are past. Even though today is a holiday, I also need to get some stuff done today. Oh my stars! But what's actually 4 cities? Oh, 300,000 over in the Tri-Cities? I'll be darned. I did not know that. Hey, thanks for dropping in from Europe, Sarah. Love you. And Swa, thank you for coming today. And Gracie, you too. I look forward to these and everybody that comes. And you know, how much fun can we have? We all got to stay connected, and this is one way of doing it. Oh, I see, West Richland. I was thinking of Benton City when you said four towns. I didn't even know where Benton City is, but I just found Richland. So West Richland must be further to the west. So anyway, love you all, and thank you so much for dropping in here with me. I know, that's funny. That is funny. Don't ask me how 4 cities are part of the Tri-Cities. You know, things are changing in this country all the time. And if you say it often enough, it becomes fact. And so there's 4 cities in the Tri-Cities. So there you have it. That's a fact. That is a fact. Well, we keep getting people now, and I'm trying to get out of here. And you know, what a great conversation we've had, though. And thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you all next week, about the same time, same place. And much love to everyone. Bye bye. I got to figure out how to get out of here now with my exit strategy. So there's that. And acoustic cinematic. Here we go. Love y'all. Bye bye.